Hello, everyone. On behalf of Interakt, I welcome you all to another exciting webinar. Today's topic is Achieve 80% more conversions via click to WhatsApp ads. We are thrilled to have you join us today for our highly anticipated webinar on mastering click to WhatsApp ads and achieving maximum conversions. We've gathered a panel of distinguished experts from the industry who will share their invaluable insights and strategies to help you leverage this powerful advertising tool successfully. Allow me to introduce our esteemed panelists. So we have with us Rutuja Kagwade, Strategic Partner Manager at Meta. With a wealth of experience in the domain, Rutuja has been at the forefront of implementing groundbreaking strategies for Meta business partners and their brands to leverage the power of WhatsApp Business API. Welcome, Rutuja. We also have with us Anthony Chaco, founder and CEO of Alpha Marketeer. A visionary in the field of WhatsApp marketing, Anthony has led his agency to create cutting-edge WhatsApp ad campaigns for numerous clients, revolutionizing their businesses in the process. And we have a special guest with us today, Adil Khan, who is the user of Interakt. He's the founder of BWT Experiences. Adil's expertise lies in crafting and engaging and innovative customer experiences, and has seen some promising results through click to WhatsApp ads using Interakt. Throughout this webinar, our panelists will dive deep into the tactics that have driven impressive results for our clients and provide practical tips that you can immediately implement in your click to WhatsApp ads. Okay, so here's what you can expect from today's session. Understanding the power of click to WhatsApp ad, its impact on conversions, best practices for designing compelling click to WhatsApp ad campaigns that captivate your audience, how to automate the customer journey on WhatsApp coming from CTWA ads, analyzing data and metrics to refine your campaigns and optimize performance, real-life success story and case study to inspire your own strategies. At the end of the presentation, there will be a Q&A session, which will be answered by our panelists. Feel free to ask questions, seek advice, gain clarity on any aspect of click to WhatsApp ads. I would request, please post your questions in the Q&A section only. We will also take the questions live, and we will have a separate session at the end of the presentation. Once again, we thank you for joining us today and investing your time in learning from the best in the industry. Let's embark on this journey to unlock the potential of click to WhatsApp ads and witness a significant boost in your conversions. Let's get started. So now first, I would like Rutuja to take over and share her insights. All right, over to you, Rutuja.
Thanks, Rupak. Hey, everyone. Firstly, thank you so much for taking the time out to come listen to us on a Thursday afternoon. I know everyone's busy with work, so taking the time out to come in to listen to us means a lot. Before I get started, just a quick introduction about me. I'm Rutuja. I've been with Meta for about 5 years now. Been in multiple roles, but currently I look at monetization partnerships, which is primarily on WhatsApp. And one of the things that I'm focusing on is how do brands leverage the power of ads that click to WhatsApp. So I'm going to take the next 10 minutes to talk you guys through this particular product. I don't know if some of you have already, played around with it or not, but if it's completely new for you, this is going to be a great, learning session. And for some people who are already aware, it might just be a refresher. But keep your questions ready. Looking forward to answering some of them towards the end of the session as well. Rupak, could you move to the next slide, please? Okay. So before I jump into this particular product called ads that click to WhatsApp, first a little on the problem that we're working to solve. So now the most common digital performance marketing programs today, they use ads and other marketing tactics to drive people to a website where they hope they will convert, which is either they'll make a purchase or a transaction. This journey works for businesses, but it can be inefficient by nature, which today combined with cookie deprecation and a lot of other privacy regulations, especially by Apple, iOS, we've seen customer acquisition costs rise so much in the past few years. If some of you are D2C brands over here, you must have definitely felt the pinch in your pocket. Websites, for example, are abandoned at a high rate. From when people first land up to 40% of them bounce immediately, even to later when a visitor loads a card or enters a checkout flow and then still abandons before converting. Now, if a customer abandons a website, marketers have a few tricks up their sleeves, which is to basically get them back. They'll either retarget them with digital ads, for example, or send them an email or an SMS campaign. But these tactics are less effective now as consumers tune them out as they're bombarded with marketing in our digital first age. But even if they do get people back to their website, it's the same self-serve experience that they abandoned the last time. So marketers are basically spending lots of money to get people back to the place they abandoned, only for them to abandon again. So what we're noticing is more money is spent to retarget, and the cycle continues until they convert or ignore you long enough or opt out from your marketing. So this cycle is barely tenable now, and it will be less so as consumers evolve, which is where we'll get into soon, pretty much right after. If you can move to the next slide. So performance marketers, tend to approach this problem by optimizing individual touch points for small gains in like conversion rate between different channels. So for example, examining a typical journey as displayed on this slide, what we notice is optimizing individual touch points can only deliver so much value when the journey itself is so fragmented. And for more involved purchase decisions, for example, where consultative selling is required, people who need help on the website, maybe they have a question or they encounter error, there is no simple way to get to it. Nobody wants to call into an IVR or take time out of their life to go to a web chat and basically, ask questions to somebody, which is going to be basically a bot that is going to give them back, basic templatized responses. For one-on-one remarketing tactics, the best channels many businesses have are email and SMS. Both are very limited with low open rates, lower response rates, and no opportunity for real engagement. So people can't respond directly, but instead are just pushed back to the website. Moving on to the next slide. So what are we doing here? We are solving for this by creating a persistent thread throughout this journey using our messaging apps. And what are our messaging apps? We have 3 messaging apps. One is Messenger, Instagram, and WhatsApp. However, India runs on WhatsApp is what we say, right? Literally every user and business currently has a presence on WhatsApp. So what we've noticed is messaging conversations aren't easily abandoned like the web, where you can lose a distracted visitor forever if they navigate away from the page. Over a messaging thread, you can easily bring a customer back onto your site with just a message. Then if they are on your site or if they have a question, they can message you on WhatsApp seamlessly. And you can also respond to their FAQs in an automated manner and route them to the agents for complex inquiries. In this sense, WhatsApp can be used hand in hand. WhatsApp can be used hand in hand with your site to optimize your digital investments. Or what you can do is you can contain more of the journey on WhatsApp itself with a lot of like different functionalities that are going to be coming up, such as payments, browsing, things like that. So just to kind of summarize, with WhatsApp, once a person is engaged with your business by entering a conversation, they're a lot more easier to acquire. And we have tools like, click to message ads on Facebook and Instagram that allow you to utilize our audience across both these platforms. So we have in total about upwards of 500 million across Facebook and Instagram. You can utilize our audience targeting capabilities to find your perfect customer and entice them to start a conversation. And now once a customer is acquired, they're easier to retain because instead of a separate ineffective remarketing channel, you can basically again re-engage them in the same thread. Few other channels are capable of driving this sticky full cycle marketing and creating this type of efficiency. Moving to the next slide, please. So what we call WhatsApp is basically the door to efficient growth channel to, grow your revenue. If you can move to the next slide. So this is the entire WhatsApp funnel that we like to talk about, right? So for example, if you think about the funnel that you as marketers look at like an end-to-end customer journey, a click to WhatsApp ad is basically an upper funnel acquisition tool that will help you identify your right customer across Facebook or Instagram and bring them into your funnel. Once they are in your funnel, they can then converse with the business on the WhatsApp messaging thread itself, which is basically, answering FAQs or getting information if it's a lead that is relevant to you, or basically guiding them through a purchasing journey so that they can actually end up buying that particular product. Once this person has already taken some action, but for some reason has not converted or has dropped off, there are multiple ways for you to re-engage this particular customer in the same thread. There are two avenues available to it. One is what we call as marketing messages or notifications on WhatsApp, which is what you do is you can do cohort-based, remarketing to the right audience basis the actions they have taken. So for example, if somebody had abandoned a cart on the WhatsApp chat thread, you can send them an abandoned cart notification, getting them back into your funnel so that they can then convert. Let's say if the user has not interacted with your marketing message, you can also use this user as a custom audience and retarget them through a click to WhatsApp ad where they can see it on Facebook and Instagram and bring them back into the funnel. So what we're trying to say is messaging conversations drive a lot more efficient conversions for many audiences as well as use cases. Moving on to the next slide. Now, let me just walk you through what exactly are these particular ads, right? I talked to you about how the funnel looks like and what kind of strategies that you can use on WhatsApp. But let me just kind of take you through the exact particular product. Now, if some of you have already used WhatsApp, there are two ways for a customer and a business to converse with each other. The first is when a user basically sends a message by himself to the business. That is what we call as user-initiated conversation. And the second is when a business is sending a message directly to the user via a notification. That is what we consider as a business-initiated conversation. Moving to the next slide. There are multiple ways in which a user can start a conversation with your business on WhatsApp. If you're a brand, you can have a WhatsApp icon on your website contact us page. If you use particular products, you can have a QR code that could be part of your packaging. You can have the WhatsApp icon on your social handles such as Instagram, Facebook as well. Or your website page icon can have a WhatsApp chat plugin, which the user can click on to enter your WhatsApp channel. Moving to the next slide. But as the click to WhatsApp are the most scalable way for you to kind of drive a lot of users to start conversations with you. There are multiple, benefits of running click to WhatsApp ads, which is basically that so far WhatsApp always had, the two parts of the funnel, which was basically consideration and conversions. Acquisition was something that was missing, but click to WhatsApp ads basically plugs the entire funnel end to end so that you can kind of consider WhatsApp as your separate channel in addition to your website as well as an app. Moving to the next slide. So what exactly are ads that click to WhatsApp, right? Simply put, they are regular ads that you see across Facebook as well as Instagram. So you would see it on your Facebook feed, Instagram stories, Reels, Facebook stories as well. The only difference is when a user clicks on this ad, instead of getting routed to a website or an app, which is the standard behavior, they get routed into the WhatsApp channel of the particular business. Moving to the next slide. The beauty of this particular ad product is you use the same particular ad tools to drive, discovery and demand for your products. What that means is you use the same targeting tools, right? For example, you use similar things like age, gender, geolocation to identify what kind of cohort of users you want to target this ad to. You can, use custom lookalike audiences if you want to target to new customers or existing customers. You can engage the user on this ad type using multiple formats. It could be an image ad, a video ad, a carousel ad. All type of ads for ad formats are available on click to WhatsApp ads as well. And you can use objectives such as messages so that, the user is enticed or basically optimized to drive more conversations. Moving on to the next slide. I'm going to share a couple of outreach strategies to you so that you can actually visualize how a user enters into a click to WhatsApp ad channel and converses with the business and then actually converts into a actual, customer. Moving on to the next slide. So what we recommend is to use the power of ads and marketing messages together to extend the reach of you as a business to as many customers as possible. So if you see this first particular example, this is an example of a business running a click to WhatsApp ad to basically get net new customers, to acquire net new customers into their WhatsApp channel. The second bit is a business using the combination of a click to WhatsApp ad as well as marketing messages to bring existing customers back into their WhatsApp channel. And lastly is an example of a business that is using marketing messages, i.e. business initiated messages, to target, existing customers to kind of re-engage with them or get them to come back into their funnel. Moving to the next slide. This is a visual journey of an entire customer journey on WhatsApp itself. So if you remember, I had mentioned earlier, how can you visualize your brand presence on WhatsApp as an end-to-end channel similar like a website or an app? This is something that can help you visualize it, right? So for example, let's just quickly walk you through it. So for example, if you see over here, this is an ad that a user has seen. He clicks on this particular ad, enters into the conversation with the business, talks to the particular business about the particular product that the business is selling. The order kind of goes into the live agent, talks to the particular live agent to understand more details about the particular product, ends up placing an order of that particular product on the WhatsApp chat thread itself. This is where the journey with the click to WhatsApp ad ends, and the customer has already placed an order for the particular product. A day later, the business sends a notification, a business initiated notification, which is basically a shipment notification saying that the product that he had placed an order for has been shipped. A couple of days later, the business sends another business initiated notification following up on just a CSAT survey on if he enjoyed the experience of purchasing from the business. And another 2 weeks later, the business sends another notification to cross-sell or upsell another particular product that they wanted to do, that they wanted to kind of get the customer to look at or basically purchase. So this is what we meant by the whole end-to-end funnel that I had shown in my earlier slides is what we imagine you as businesses to leverage on WhatsApp alone. Moving on, I think you were on the next slide already. Rupak, if you can go back to like 2 slides back. 1 slide back. Yeah, 1 slide back. Okay. Let me quickly share with you a couple of use cases that you can use to like drive this end-to-end narrative. Rupak, if you move to the next slide. This is an example of a FinServ client that is using the whole click to WhatsApp ads journey to get leads. So they run an ad to basically, garner interest for their particular FinServ product and then get details of the customer to qualify them as an actual good lead. Next slide. This is an example of a retail or a commerce client that is basically using a click to WhatsApp ad and the whole bot journey to help the business actually get a purchase done within the WhatsApp chat thread itself. And they end up using a bunch of, features that are available on WhatsApp, such as list messages, multi-product messages, as well as the entire, a journey to kind of make sure the customer can buy the product within the chat thread. And next slide, please. And lastly is also building loyalty, right? For example, like a client, which is maybe like an auto client or maybe an edtech client, can also use the power of marketing messages combined with click to WhatsApp ads to drive loyalty for their particular user base. So that's pretty much it from my end. I kind of wanted to keep this particular session to give you guys an overview on this ad product. I am going to hand it over to the next speakers because we are short on time. But looking forward to answering some of your questions towards the end of the session.
Thank you, Rutuja, for an insightful session. Now, I would like to ask Anthony to please, share his insights. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen.
Yeah.
Anthony, over to you.
Right. Hi, guys. Again, welcome to the session once again. Thank you so much for showing up in large numbers on a Thursday afternoon. So let me share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, so in this session, I'm going to talk about how you can maximize your ROS, okay, with ads that click to WhatsApp. Before we start, a quick introduction. Let me get this out. Just a minute. Right. Okay, so before we start, a quick introduction about App Marketer. So we are a WhatsApp marketing agency, and we help e-commerce companies get closer to their customers with the power of conversations and increase their profitability. That's what we do. And in the last 2 years, we worked with over 40 brands and helped them build the entire WhatsApp marketing system for them. So we know a thing or two about WhatsApp marketing. So I'm happy to share that experience with you guys and make sure this evening is super useful for you. So why CTWA and why now? Why is click to WhatsApp ads very important now? So 2 important events are happening, and they are kind of making us think that sooner we start using. So the 2 events are there. They are actually dictating whether we should use CTWA or not. So the first event is 2 years back, Apple launched something called Apple iOS 14 update. So this actually shocked the entire marketing space, wherein Apple said that apps like Facebook, Instagram, or any other third-party app on the iOS devices, they cannot track user behavior, user data. Right? This was a big blow to marketers because without this data, the ad platforms cannot track the actions, and they can't optimize the campaign. Right? So that's a big challenge. So if we don't own the data, tomorrow any platform can come and say that you can't use ads anymore, right? So that's a big threat. Second important event is now we are moving towards the cookie-less world. So all the web browsers out there like Mozilla, UZ browser, Safari, right? They're also thinking about removing cookies from the browser, right? Which means moving forward, it's going to be very difficult to track data even from web browsers. So what is the solution? You need to get as much data as possible. So now let's understand what is more valuable. Assume you are spending 1 lakh rupees in ads. And for that, if you are getting per click, okay, at rupees 5, you will end up getting 20,000 pixels. Okay, this is what is happening today. We are collecting data in the form of pixels. So we put in the Facebook pixel, Google pixel, and start collecting data. But the efficiency of these pixels is going to deprecate with time when we are looking at things like browsers not able to share data with us. So then if you run ads that generate leads for you, assume you're getting a lead at rupees 40, then you'll end up getting 2,500 potential customer phone number, right? So which one is more valuable? Of course, if you are able to get people's phone number, that is super valuable because now you have control. You can communicate with them any number of times, however you want, through video, through picture, through text, through audio, and you can send your message across, right? That is why owning customer data is very, very, very important now, right? With time, we are also seeing that ad costs are actually increasing. So now we have an opportunity to start owning this data at scale. Okay, so what is click to WhatsApp ads? Quick overview, very simple. You see an ad on Facebook and Instagram, people can click on it. The moment they click on it, it will directly open WhatsApp, right? And people can start a chat. So they're not being sent to a landing page. They are being sent to a WhatsApp chat directly. And when people initiate a chat, you instantly get their phone number and their name, right? Two important piece of data. you will get without the customer filling any form. That's how powerful it is, right? So you can say you are in a way legally spending money, running ads, and collecting data, right? That's how we can look at this particular ad type. So when we run these ads, right? A lot of times I've seen clients come to us and say that, hey, we ran ads, we got a lot of leads, but they're not converting. How can we convert the leads, right? So the problem is in the mindset. It's not just about running ads. What happens after we run ad, that is also very important. So the mind voice of an entrepreneur is this, right? When we are entrepreneurs, we are very close to our product, right? So we think that we have the best product in the world, okay? And every customer out there should buy our product, right? But when it comes to our customers, they are being bombarded with thousands of advertisements every single day, right? So for them, choosing one product is very, very difficult, right? Today, they are living in an age where they have a lot of choices and they are confused which one to choose, because every brand out there is claiming that they are the best company out there. They are the number one Ayurvedic brand. They are the number one skincare brand, right? Everybody is claiming. So how will the customer trust? So the customer is not going to trust very easily. So you have to now, in addition to generating leads, okay, you should also design a journey within WhatsApp to educate them and build trust with them, right? So with WhatsApp, there are 3 types of conversation flows that you can design. You can run the ad, and then the first flow will be wherein you can have conversation within WhatsApp itself. So if you are having a low ticket product, less than 500 rupees, and it is super, high impulsive purchase type product, then you can design a flow within WhatsApp itself. So you can think about, okay, if I'm sending somebody from an ad to a landing page, in the landing page, what all information I will have? I will have the video of the product. I will have frequently asked questions. I will have testimonials. I will have product demo videos. So many factors that will push people towards the sale, right? All the information we should be able to communicate to people through a WhatsApp chat, right? So when we run these ads, people click on the ad, they go to WhatsApp, and then in WhatsApp, they have to get all this experience, right? So that way you can do it. And in case if people don't buy in the first instance, you can still do more automations. You can do follow-up messages and then convert people into sales, right? So this works really well for low ticket products, okay? Then comes WhatsApp plus phone call flow. Now in this, so this flow works really well for health brands, right? So when it comes to health, people would love to, get on a call and talk to an expert, have a conversation with the doctor, and then they get convinced and then they buy, right? So what you can do is you can run an ad. People see the ad, they click and they come to WhatsApp, and they can directly make a request to book a consultation. They can make a request to book an appointment with a doctor, right? So when they do, within 5 minutes, the phone number is passed to the CRM, and then within 5 minutes, somebody will call them. And over the phone call, they will explain the product and how it solves the problem. And then over the phone, sale is closed, right? In fact, the sales people even create an order for the customer on the phone itself, right? Even that can happen. The third flow will be WhatsApp plus a video call, right? So this is effective when you are having a highly visual product, like let's say a jewelry, like or maybe home decor, maybe fashion, right? Where it is like super expensive. People don't generally buy it online directly without having to have a conversation. So they want to have a conversation, and they want to have a conversation along with a video where they can actually see the product and get a much more realistic view of the product, right? In that case, you can have WhatsApp plus video call flow, right? So these are the 3 flows. At the end of the day, it's all about how are you going to build trust with customers on WhatsApp. So what are the different trust building messages that you can deliver on WhatsApp? One will be you can answer all the frequently asked questions on WhatsApp. And again, it can be done with the automated flows. And then you can show demo videos of the product. You can even show testimonial videos of the product, right? So when you are able to combine click to WhatsApp ads. That's the easiest way to collect data for your brand now at scale. And then you can build the conversations on WhatsApp and make them feel that they are actually having a one-to-one conversation with the brand, right? And then use the multimedia feature like videos, images, audio, etc. to build trust, right? So once that is done, now WhatsApp also has the payment feature. So basically people can add products to cart, then they can check out, make the payment and close the sale, everything within WhatsApp. So the end-to-end journey is now possible on WhatsApp, right? So these are the best practices about click to WhatsApp ads. Next, we have a live case study, okay, that we have done in the last month. The results are very promising. So before I start with the case study, I will let Rupak to make an introduction about the brand and the founder.
Yeah, thank you, Anthony. So yes, I would like to welcome Adil Khan, founder of BWT Experiences. Adil, if you could, share a few words about your brand and your experience and experience with click to WhatsApp ads.
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. This is Adil. I'm the founder of BWT Experiences. Basically, we provide online exotic experiences on our platform. We were earlier into travel, then we moved on to these online experiences. And so far, right now, at the moment, we provide these online yoga sessions. And also we provide these meditation sessions, sessions for kids and wellness sessions and all those things. So I'm going to pull up my screen, tell you what we did and how my personal experience was with CTWA. So, as I already told you, BWT Experiences deals in these online experiences. We provide these sessions on Zoom calls, and these sessions are happening from different parts of the country, and as well as some of them are happening from studios as well. Many of our customers are from India, majority of them, few of them are from abroad as well. And our mission is to make sure that we provide these exotic experiences to a global audience while making sure the affordability and accessibility for everyone. So the biggest challenge that we were facing from last many months was that the first contact with the leads, when we were using a very simple CRM, it was taking approximately 24 to 48 hours for the agent to reach out to the customer, because we were generating a lot of leads, and of course, in order to make more sales, we needed to generate more leads, and we just wanted to make sure that we don't waste time not generating leads. So we were always there, but the lead was waiting in the pipeline for almost 24 to 48 hours. And this delay in the initial contact resulted in leads losing interest and becoming cold, and of course not remembering the brand as well, and eventually leading to a lower conversion rate than we usually anticipate from the industry standards. Next was the lead nurturing in digital services like ours. It's very difficult because every single customer has their own problems they want to talk about. When we talk about online yoga classes, everyone has their own concerns. They want to do weight loss, they have medical conditions, they have so many other conditions. They want to talk to the instructors first, and to convert one customer, it took so many number of conversations or calls to convert a very and the ticket size was also very low, and for that so much of effort was not making any sense. And also this whole manual flow was making the scaling of the business very hard, and it always seemed like a very unattainable goal till the time we explored CTWA campaigns. So for us, what CTWA helped in, these campaigns helped in, was that the lead, the first reach out to the lead went as low as 30 minutes to 1 hour through the use of automated messages. Like Anthony mentioned, that we included demo videos and all those things, which basically made sure that the first contacts happen pretty quickly and the customer is getting some piece of information, some piece of content to go through and consume. In the meantime, the agent contacts them back. The real-time engagement increased drastically, and we were capturing leads when they were highly interested, when they had time, when they wanted to speak about the services. Then also the CTWA campaigns, the automated flows collaboratively increased the number of conversions, and also we started using the CTWA broadcast and everything. At the end of the day, we ended up generating more revenue, more customer conversions than ever. Like the campaigns that we were running earlier and manually contacting them, we were able to take more juice out of those leads. So that was a big eye opener for us. The last was that the enhanced customer communication that we had, it not only provided us with more content and more data, and it also helped us with what customers are talking about, what customers are thinking about our the brand, right? And these instant conversations also helped us in generating a database of frequently asked questions and the problems that our customers are facing on daily basis. And through that, we were able to identify those problems and solve those problems for our customers, so that they not only become one-time customers, and instead they stay with us for a longer period of time. So yeah, it has been a really good a conversion partner for us, and we have increased and achieved so much in the past, and we hope to continue using our CTWA campaigns and explore more on WhatsApp, and want to make sure that we create an ecosystem for our customers where they don't have to go to all these places or have multiple apps installed on their phones. Instead, it should be more like that the whole business is running in one chat thread in their WhatsApp. So that's the goal. Thanks guys. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Anthony, over to you. Rupert, sorry.
Yeah, thanks Adil for sharing your experience. It was really insightful. Now over to you, Anthony, once again. If you could quickly share the case study.
Yeah. You have to stop sharing the screen. Yeah, is my screen visible?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, so this is a case study. Okay, we worked with BWT last month. So first, I mean, they were running a typical lead generation campaign on Facebook, where people see their ad and they used to fill the lead form, and from there the information goes to a CRM, and then after a while, maybe after 24 hours, the lead are being contacted, right? That was what the existing flow looked like. Then the problem that we're trying to solve is, can we reduce the cost per lead, and can we improve the lead to sales conversion rate, right? So what we did is we created the click to WhatsApp ad. So the ads look something like this, wherein we put an image, we have a video about it, and then we have all the key information about the product listed here. So again, it is good copywriting in action, right? So if you see the flow, people see the ad and they scroll through it, and then they click on the call to action button, which opens WhatsApp, and on WhatsApp they start a chat, right? And automatically they will get the information. So all the frequently asked questions are delivered here, timing, the instructor, everything is there. And they also have a video there. People can watch the video and get a first-hand feel of the product, right? So you can see people watching the video also, right? So they get a feel about what is this whole thing all about, right? And then they click on the option to pay, and they complete the payment on Razorpay. Right? So the end-to-end journey has been covered within WhatsApp itself, right? That's what we did. And yeah, so typically what we've done is we've kind of compressed a sales page and presented that within WhatsApp itself, right? So all the important elements, like you have a trust building video, you can acknowledge the customer by name, it's a very personalized thing. The timing of the classes are mentioned here upfront, the price, days of the week, batch size, right? Provide the instruction about the teacher, right? Any free offerings, everything is mentioned. So this data also we collected after analyzing the chats that people were having with the brand. So we analyzed last 3 months data, 3 months conversation, and found out what are all the common questions asked by people. So everything we baked into this particular message, so it becomes very effective. Then, so when we did this, a lot of people purchased directly from WhatsApp itself. But then a good amount of people did not buy. So for them, we did a follow-up broadcast, right? So after 7 days of people becoming a lead, we send them a broadcast on WhatsApp. And here also we made an offer to them. So, okay, so we made a offer saying that, hey, you haven't purchased till now, but here is an offer for you, and then you can take it up. And it was a time sensitive offer. So we made an offer, and then the sales start coming up. So now let's look at the results. So the normal conversion rate before implementing this click to WhatsApp ad, BWT was having around 11% conversion rate, right, over the phone call. Now, after implementing CTWA, now we have 20.26% conversion rate. So almost doubled the conversion rate here, right? So now let us look at the split up of it. So when people were sent to WhatsApp directly, without any human intervention, just by seeing the video and the information on the chat, 2% of people ended up buying the course, right? And then after that, 13% of people ended up converting over phone call. So all these leads were called by the sales team at BWT. They explained the product, and then over the phone call, 13% of people ended up buying, right? So then lastly, when we did the broadcast, the follow broadcast, that got in another 5% of the sale. So if you look at the entire product, 2 plus 13 plus 5, that is 20% conversion rate, right? That's how the entire conversion looks like, right? So it is super effective. One, we are collecting so much data. Second, we have control. We are able to communicate via video, text, everything. We're also able to call them over the phone call. We were able to communicate. And after that is also over, we can also do a follow-up on WhatsApp. So all these put together, we have a much more personalized conversation with the customer, and that resulted in this steep increase in sales, right? So yeah, that's it from my side. Rupak, you can take over.
Thank you, Anthony. I'm sure this was really insightful for everyone, and this will inspire other brands to, run click to WhatsApp ads. So yeah, I'm going to quickly share my screen. And before we move to the Q&A section, I'm just going to just a second. Give me just 1 minute. I'm just switching my screen. All right. So before we move to the Q&A section, I'll just like to give you a quick walkthrough of one of our interesting features, click to WhatsApp ads, ad analytics dashboard, right? Using this dashboard, you will see this dashboard in your Interakt account, right? You will get much more enhanced analytics, right? Such as ROAS from each ad. You can also, get the breakup of conversation starters, right? So this conversation starter is the text which customer typed when they landed on your click through click to WhatsApp ads, right? You can also create a funnel and then attribute the conversions, right? That how many conversations you had, and out of which how many conversions you had. And then you can also set up the ROAS, and it will give you a ROAS that, okay, so you spent so much amount on click to WhatsApp ad and it generated so much of revenue for you, right? We have one more interesting thing coming up for you, right? The CTWA playbook, right? It will be sent to all the attendees. You will receive a link to download it on your email address and WhatsApp. So please watch out for this. This will give you the complete it's like a playbook, how to run click to WhatsApp ads, best practices, success stories, etc. We also have an offer running, right? I'm sure most of you are already aware about this. If you have spent 4,000 rupees on click to WhatsApp ads, or if you're planning to spend 4,000 rupees on click to WhatsApp ads, Interakt is offering you 4,000 rupees credits for free. So just let us know, just reach out to us on support@interakt.ai, and we will help you with the credits. All right, so then let's move on to the Q&A. I will pick up the questions and I'll ask one of our panelists to please attend those. We also have, launched a poll. I would request everyone to just spare a couple of seconds and share your feedback about the webinar. How was your experience? It will help us improve the webinar format and come up with different topics. So, all right. So moving on to the questions. All right. So we have first question for I guess Rituja, Anthony, both can take. Anyone can take this. What's the best conversion rate? So this is a very generic question, but yes, if anyone would like to take this.
Maybe Adil, you want to answer this, considering what's the best conversion rate is across the entire gamut of like marketing strategies. So maybe why don't you try it?
Yeah, so it really depends upon the industry and what kind of product or service we are offering, right? So if it's a physical product, of course, it will have its industry standards, and if it is a digital product, of course, it will have its depending upon what kind of services, what kind of players are in the market, and how their conversions are working out. For us, as you recently seen in the slides shown by Anthony, we were able to reach 20% of conversions from the CTWA campaigns. For us, so far, this is the highest conversion that we have received. And I'm sure if we continue with the similar ad formats and flows and faster and detailed content and conversions, the conversations, even we can break this 20% mark as well.
Okay, I'll add to that. So guys, when you are running any ad, okay, if it's a typical ad where you see an ad, it goes to a web page, people consume the content and then buy. In e-commerce space, it's typically around 2 to 3% conversion rate max. Okay, Amazon has the best at around 6% to 7%, but other e-commerce brands typically it's around 2 to 3% max. But if you are running a click to WhatsApp ad, you're getting leads, you are getting phone numbers, right? So you can expect if your WhatsApp flow is properly done within WhatsApp itself, you can expect a 1.5 to 2% conversion rate. Then if you take these phone numbers and start calling them, okay, if you have a telesales team, then over the phone call, you can expect a 15 to 20% conversion rate, right? Again, it depends on the industry, the product, how much is the value of it and all those things. But typically 15% conversion rate should be easily possible if you have a good, sales team. Then if you are a bit more, interesting, like if you want to again follow up, like so these leads are there with you, you can start warming up them and keep giving offers every like not only offers, you can start educating them, you can build trust with them over a period of time, and whenever you have sales happening like Diwali, Christmas, New Year, even at that point of time you can make offers to them, then that will bring you another 2 to 3% conversion rate. So with this lead generation model, it's not just one like hit and go. You have the numbers with you, so you can now have a conversation at a longer period of time. So this you have to see at a longer cohort of like 3 months, 6 months, what is happening with these leads. Hope that answers the question.
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks, Adil. Thanks, Anthony. Thanks for the job. We have another question. I'd like Anthony to take this up. Is it worth for costly products such as solar? Because such products are time consuming, customers take time to think about it.
Absolutely. Like the higher the cost, more you should have a phone call, right? Because people don't trust easily, right? Because there are so many solar panels out there, or so many and even the cost is high. So they want to talk to somebody. Like if it is a 500 rupee product, I won't think much. I'll go and buy directly. But if it is 1 lakh rupees product, I will talk to somebody, right? That is why WhatsApp and telecalling, or if need be, it can also be a video calling. Okay, it all depends on the product and your audience. See, end of the day, guys, it is conversation, right? How do we buy? We go to a store, we talk to the storekeeper, we ask our questions, and then we buy the product, right? Same thing if you're trying to mimic today online. WhatsApp is the best way.
Right. Thank you. Thanks, Anthony. There is another question I'd like Rituja, if you could, take it up. So I'll answer this partly first, and then you can maybe take it up. So how will the attribution work? How can we track end-to-end conversion, UTM parameters or pixels? So as I mentioned, right, in the slides, at Interakt, we provide you this ad analytics dashboards. You can create a funnel over there, and you can then attribute the conversions, right? So how many conversions you got from click to WhatsApp ads, you can definitely attribute that over there using the click to WhatsApp ads analytics dashboard. But further, I would like to ask Kutuja if she can provide more insights or any other ways to do this.
Yeah, absolutely. To answer your question, I'll first draw a parallel to website, right? Like when a user kind of does a bunch of actions on the website, we have this product called Pixel that helps track all of those events and then kind of funnels it back into the ads manager for you to like optimize your campaigns better. For WhatsApp, WhatsApp is a end-to-end encrypted platform. So Meta does not have a view into the actual chat thread that happens between the user and the business. Having said that, you as a business yourself have the entire data, what's happened between you and the consumer, right? It's completely available on the chat thread. If you also use the WhatsApp API, for example, let's say you use the WhatsApp API powered by Interakt, Interakt will also have access to like some of the entire chat thread, right? Because they are powering the bot journey. Now, if you as a business want to kind of delve into kind of building the whole funnel, understanding which particular user churned where, it's completely up to you as a business. However, it's quite complicated. And that's the reason why Interakt's kind of built this end-to-end dashboard for you, just to help you make sense of that data, right? Currently, what is available on click to WhatsApp ads, the data that's visible in ads manager are just like few metrics, which is number of impressions, number of conversations started, and number of clicks on the ad. But anything that happens post that, right? For example, you're running a lead generation CTWA campaign. So things like number of qualified leads that were captured, or let's say incomplete leads that were captured. All of this, Interakt should be able to give it to you on the dashboard. It's basically automatically captured. And then you can funnel that information back into your ads manager when you want to kind of run a second campaign, either a CTWA or any other campaign as well.
Thank you.
Hope that answers.
Yes. There's one more question I would request Rutuja to take. Interestingly, a couple of, few of the folks have asked the same questions. We want to be able to track location from where the customer has, initiated a conversation through CTWA. So is this something possible or?
Yeah, so basically, for you to understand which location, I think when you basically run the ad, right, you yourself are kind of putting in those parameters of which particular location you want to target the ad on. So the chances of your customer coming from the locations that you've already used to target the ad is where the customer is coming up. For example, if you've used 3 cities, Bangalore, Mumbai, and Delhi to place your ad, that's where all your customers are coming from. However, once they enter your WhatsApp thread, feel free to run a couple of questions in your chat journey to also capture that information, right? For example, if it's super important for you to know each user, where have they come from, maybe make it a question in your chat journey to like ask the user, maybe like a drop down menu, because that's available as well, right? Which is basically what we call as a list message. You can let the user select the location that they've come from as one of like the first prompts, and then take them through the journey that you want them to like go through.
Thank you. Thanks, Rutuja. Another question, if I would request Anthony to take up. I have been using CTWA. The biggest problem is that customers leave the chat very soon, 1 or 2 messages exchanges, and they bounce. What could be the reason, and what could I do to convert the sale?
Right. So again, it's like we need to understand why they are leaving, right? So now that you have a conversation, you know what kind of questions they're asking, right? For example, in the case of BWT Experience, we checked the data, we analyzed the chats for the last 3 months. So we understood like the common questions people are asking. that is what you need to bake into the first message that they get. So when they start a chat, that first message, make sure it is answering all the questions that people have, right? So it is the message that is very, very important. So you can fix that. Second thing is, of course, if people are leaving, ask them why they are leaving. So now it is not like, people visiting a web page and leaving. You have their phone number, right? If you want, you can chat with them and ask what is their issue, or you can have a call and then ask them what is the issue and try to solve it, right? And of course, you won't get 100% conversion rate here. You can expect 1 to 2% conversion rate with WhatsApp itself. But then you have a follow-up mechanism that remaining 98 people who did not buy. Now you can start doing, educational campaigns. Okay, talk more about your customer testimonials, right? Build trust with them. You can send product demo videos, new product launches, why people should buy from you and not your competitor. What is your USP? All these things you can educate through videos, through pictures, through text, right? And then build trust over a period of time, and then you can run some sale campaigns. So the sale is not ending with just one chat. Now that you have the phone number, you can keep following up with them. But again, don't follow up only for a sale. You have to educate them. You have to build a trust. If you keep sending that, hey, I have an offer, come buy now, that's not going to help. You have to tell them like why they should buy, why it is important, why it is trustworthy. And then if people have a desire for that, then they're going to buy.
Thank you. Thanks, Anthony. All right, everyone. So I guess we are really short of time. We will take a couple of questions and then we will end. We have lots of questions. Unfortunately, due to some time constraints, we won't be able to take it up. But please, I sincerely apologize. You can send us an email on support@interakt.ai and we will help you with all your queries. So yeah. So having said that, the next question, I think maybe Adil, you can share from your experience, and then Rutuja and Anthony can also add. We are into overseas education. So how can we convert our leads? So maybe if you have, if you are also targeting overseas customers, so you can maybe share your insights.
Yeah, so I think it's the journey kind of remains similar in digital courses, and I would say if it is, I don't know if it is a digital course or if it is a something which is where the person has to go, right? A physical product, but the journey kind of remains same. At the end of the day, you're doing a sale, right? You just need to make sure that all the answers, FABs, that is features, advantages, and benefits of that particular product are communicated well with the particular customer or the lead that you're nurturing. And once that happens and you're able to communicate these FABs well to your customers or the leads, of course, they'll be happy to buy the service.
All right, thank you.
I hope that answers.
Yes, absolutely. Maybe Anthony, Rutuja, if you would like to add, or we can then take up the next question.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll take the next question and then we will end this. So the last question. All right, so we have similar question, but again, a generic one. Maybe Anthony, Rutuja, you can share some insights. So I'm using CTWA for an ad tech client, but did not get any conversions. Can you help me? So, I mean, if you can share some insights, how they can optimize the ads.
Yeah, I can start and then Anthony, feel free to add. So there are multiple facets to running a click to WhatsApp ad, right? Let's break it down into 3 sections, which is A is going to be your ad itself, right? What does your ad look like? Is it really optimized for the kind of outcome that you want to drive? And let me come to that. Second bit is the WhatsApp journey itself. What basically are you asking the user to do within the WhatsApp thread? Are you asking the user to complete that entire journey within WhatsApp? Or are you driving him outside WhatsApp into maybe a website or somewhere else? So maybe the first part is the ad, right? How does your ad look like? Is the creative calling out the exact action that you want the user to take? Is it catchy enough? Is it something that the user, while scrolling either Facebook or Instagram, is interested to stop by and like click on it? does the content on the ad really call out the exact thing that you're offering? For example, if you are an edtech client, let's say you're running a lead generation ad for maybe a test program or a test course. Are you calling that out in your ad creative or your ad content? And also, I think one thing we know as human behavior is users tend to click on something when there is a catchy thing, right? For example, if you're offering something to them within the ad creative itself, I'm compelled to click on it. So that's the second bit. And lastly, are you calling it out that this is a click to WhatsApp ad, so that the user knows that when he clicks on that particular ad, he's getting rerouted into the WhatsApp channel rather than a website? Because sometimes what happens is businesses run click to WhatsApp ads without calling it out that it is a click to WhatsApp ad, like, without positioning the value of that particular ad. So if you make all of these things clear, the user that is entering into a WhatsApp chat thread comes in with an entire understanding of, okay, this is what I have come in for, and I know the reason why I'm here. Secondly, then once he's in the WhatsApp chat thread, make sure the chat journey that is built out for engaging the customer is sharp and short, as well as, to the point, so that the user does not drop off midway. For example, if he lands into the WhatsApp thread and there is nothing for him to interact with, he's obviously going to drop off and the ad is not going to be driving much results for you. So if you have, let's say, an FAQ section or a couple of line items for him to select for, the user is more incentivized to interact with that chat thread and then kind of take a couple of actions. So there are multiple levers that you can really enhance and make better, so that your click to WhatsApp ad really gives you the ROI that you are hoping to get out of that ad, which you aren't currently. So yeah, I think these are just a couple of pointers that I wanted to share. But Anthony, if you have anything to add, feel free to.
Yeah, I think we've covered most of it. Like, it is the offer that should be very, very relevant to what you are selling, and then the journey within WhatsApp, right? And one big difference that you have to understand is when it comes to a physical product and a digital product. If you are selling edtech, a course, right, it's not tangible, right? If it is something like a shampoo or like face wash, people know what it is. It is tangible, right? So when it comes to a course, you have to build a lot of trust, right? Because people are going to just pay you money for information, right? And so you have to make sure you build this trust building assets, whether it is your website, whether it is your YouTube channel, your reviews. A lot of things should be there. So people are not just going to believe your ad, they're going to do a Google search also, and they will see whether you have reputation in the market or not, and then they're going to believe you. So the entire journey, when it comes to a course or any digital product, you have to make sure you are planting a lot of trust building assets all over the internet.
Yeah, thank you, Anthony. So yeah, I think it's about time. I thank each and every one of you for joining us today. I'm really sorry if we haven't been able to take your questions. As I mentioned, I would request you to please reach out to us on support@interakt.ai, and we'll help you with your queries. I once again thank Rituja, Anthony, Adil for joining us today and sharing their valuable insights. I'm sure our brands would love to have many more sessions like this. So yes, thank you so much everyone for joining. Keep interacting.